Yo, what is up, everybody? I'm your host, DJ Antimate in Tokyo, and welcome to yet another episode of the DJ AOT show. In this particular episode, I'm going to be showing you guys all about DJ needles, also referred to as a stylus, or sometimes even called a cartridge. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
You heard of this? You heard of this? Street crab, boy, you heard me?
Okay, getting right into the introduction of the DJ needle. This is a completed unit. I said that it's known as a DJ needle, sometimes called a cartridge and sometimes called a stylus. Actually, there's three main components that make up a DJ needle, and people will oftentimes call the whole unit by maybe just the name of one of these components. This big black metal part that's housing everything and holding everything together is known as the head shell, and you use this to put your finger on here to lift it on and off the record. And then the black part in the middle that's attached to the head shell is known as the cartridge. And then if you look here at the white piece where the needle is actually coming out of, this is known as the stylus. And then this is just a guard to protect the stylus from getting broken. You can put that down and protect your needle. But sometimes people just call the whole thing a stylus, or they just call the whole thing a cartridge. And now I have two different types of cartridge here. This is the old original type that came with the Technics, and then I bought another one from Ortofon, DJ Q.Bert's Concorde needle, and it looks like this. It's a lot more thinner and it's easier to see where you're dropping the needle on the record, so I like this one in particular just because the size, and it's made particularly for scratching, so I have two different types. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first one for now. Sometimes this cartridge is straight and head on, or sometimes, if you see how I did it, I angled mine a little bit. Some DJs like to angle this, and the reason that they angle it is because, just a moment, let me put this on and tighten it up. Sorry about that feedback. Okay. So because as it's reading the music and it's going inwards, some DJs like to angle it because they think that it can read the grooves of the record better. This white piece here is just a piece of plastic. This actually came with the Technics turntable. If you didn't think that it was junk and you threw it away already, hopefully you should have this. And this is a very special thing. Let me go ahead and take my needle off again. Now, if you take a look at the end of the head unit, there is the connecting piece that usually goes inside the tone arm, and now you would stick that inside the opening in the white piece of plastic. And if you take a look here at this part, you're going to see a slit or a groove, I would say, that is located directly underneath your diamond or DJ needle. And what you want to do is align your needle with this groove, and this is going to give you optimal performance for playback of your records when it is reading, when you're actually playing your records and you have this set just like it is set here. This is what's recommended by Technics, and it's also what I recommend. I hope you guys haven't thrown away this white piece of plastic. something that you should do is back here, this mechanism is the weight, and you can either turn this left or right depending on whether you want to add more weight to your cartridge or take away weight. And most turntablists and people that do scratching, they want to have as much weight on their cartridge as possible to keep it from skipping and skating. So they want to do as much weight as possible. One thing that you can do is you could take this thing off. I learned this from Q.Bert, and you could put it on backwards, because if you take a look here, there's more weight on this side than there is on this side. So some DJs, turntablist DJs, they would put this on backwards. Now I'm going to tell you guys about another trick of the trade that I didn't explain to you before. Whenever you buy your DJ needle and cartridge brand new, it's going to come with a metal mechanism that you put during assembly time in between the head unit and the cartridge, and this thing is about the size of a penny, and it's going to add extra weight and downforce to your needle to keep it from skipping and skating. And maybe if you bought your turntables used or you bought your needles used, maybe it didn't come with the metal mechanism, or maybe you just lost it. So what DJs would do is they would take a US penny, which is about the same size as weight as the metal mechanism, and they would rest it on the top of the needle to add weight and downforce. Furthermore, you can adjust this wheel here to either raise or lower the tone arm depending on how much weight you also would like to have your needle drop on the record. Now something that this is going to do is going to change the alignment of your needle. It could either be raised like this or it could be pointing downwards, but ideal, you want to have it balanced and at a flush angle with the record. That is the ideal position for optimal performance. So this is what the metal mechanism looks like. Like I said before, it is about the same size and weight as a US penny. I have two of them, and the other one is on here, so I can show you guys if you can see this little piece here. Like I said before, it's in between the head unit and the cartridge. When you're doing assembly, you're going to put it on. The final thing that I would like to say while I drop this needle is, if you're not into scratching and turntablism, maybe you're a house music DJ or you're playing another genre of music, then one thing to consider is to balance your weight on the cartridge and not have the needle pushing so down on the record. Turntablists do this because they want to, of course, keep the needle from skipping. But while they do that, at the same time, it's going to wear the records a lot faster. So if you have no need to add all the extra weight and downforce to the needle, then I recommend don't do it. Just keep everything normalized. I thank you guys for watching. In a future video, I'm going to do a review on the Ortofon Q.Berts, and maybe I'll do some more videos on needles and scratching. But for now, that's it. I thank you guys again for watching, and make sure you practice and enjoy.